the next half hour.
C brings you.
Yes, it's the Kenny Everett Show.
Dear God in heaven, please let this show go okay, with no major boobs or goofs, and without accidentally saying a rude word like knickers or bum. By the way, are you listening?
No, I'm watching ITV.
Thank you very much.
But I'm taping you.
I hate to sound egotistical. I think I influenced his humour because it wasn't like mine, but it ran parallel with mine, it was. And he was a lifetime joker. He couldn't stop being a joker. That was his métier in life, to be a joker.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cupid.
And now, it's time to go. It's time to say, your Cupid's leaving. I'd like you all to know that all my wobbly bits are heaving. It's been a million laughs with guys I met along life's highway, including one from Rill who had a sly way.
I don't think I missed a single one of Kenny Everett's television series. He was that rara avis. At least it appears so these days. He was funny, and he had talent. He also gave me a little bit of work from time to time. Made me look like an Egypt, but never seemed to matter when you were with him. Now, I particularly remember one sketch which involved the broadcasting under manager.
And they've got their names on all the doors, like DG. That means it's the Director General's office. He's the head of everything. Oh, so exciting. Let's have a look, shall we?
Good morning, Mr. Everett. Welcome to the BBC.
Naughty DG. Let's have a look at something else. Look, it's all initials. OB-Ops, that's outside broadcast operators, productions, assistant engineering, MY. What's that? Hang on. MY. Oh, Mike Yarwood. And this one, BUM. That must be broadcasting under manager. No, it's a bum. What else is here? Toaders, studios, and,
Ah! Ken!
You!
Well met!
At Moonlight.
Let us continue as we did last night.
Darling.
You're dancing as well as ever.
I know.
But now I must away.
Why?
I must see the broadcasting under manager.
No!
Oh, yes.
Terry!
No, I must do it,
Don't
Ken.
open that door!
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
That sketch was not too bad.
Yeah.
I guess the first time that I heard about Kenny Everett was in 1965 when I was on the pirate ship Radio Caroline, and this massive great boat called Radio London turned up, and this character on it that I'd never heard anything like it before. Kenny Everett, he did a great program called the Kenny and Cash Show, which he incorporated these really wacky jingles, and something that really we'd never heard of in this country before. And I thought at that time, I thought this guy's going to be really very, very big in the country because nobody else was doing the same sort of things he was doing. Kenny was, in my opinion, a genius and a very, very shy and lovable person.
Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Are these the auditions?
That's right, miss. You're next.
That's right, I'm next. Mr. Piano Player, please. Let's call the whole thing off. B flat. You say either, I say either, you say neither, I say neither, either, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You say potato, I say potato, you say tomato, and I say tomato, potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh!
Thank you. That'll be quite enough. Thank you very much, Miss Levine.
That's Levine.
I guess I'll puke here. Yeah, I had 3 extractions and 2 fillings last night. Still, Saves going to the dentist. Anyway, here's the joke. Punk down a nick for a routine inquiry. Know what I mean? Conversation sounds like this. This is the copper speaking. All right, laddie. Who done a pub over last night? Was it your lot? Landlord says he saw you down there. And stop hitting me when I'm talking to you.
And now it's guest star time. And this week, it's a great singer. I suppose the greatest measure of success in this wonderful world of showbiz is to be known by just one name. Garbo, Brando, Monroe. And here's a girl who has achieved that measure of success. That's why she's known simply as Toyah Wilcox. Tell me, Miss Wilcox, what exactly is it that you do?
Well, I sing, and I act,
Yes?
and I dye my hair.
My God. How did you do that?
Do what?
Well, your hair, it keeps changing colour.
Oh, really? What colour is it now?
Well, it's sort of green, blue, red.
Ah, well, that means it's Tuesday.
But right now, here's your host for the Dinosaur Pizza Challenge, Stiggy Ryan! Welcome to another edition of the Dinosaur Pizza Challenge. And just a reminder of the rules. All our contestants have to do is come on and talk to me for just 2 minutes without mentioning any large extinct land reptiles of the late Mesozoic era or any mouth-watering deep dish pizzas currently available from bona fide outlets. So, can we have our first person right along here, please, who wants to play the Dinosaur Pizza Challenge? Tell the lovely audience what your lovely name is.
Albert.
Albert, that's a lovely name, isn't it, audience? Albert what?
Brontosaurus.
Hello, creeps. Here comes the patter. It don't make sense, but it don't matter. I'll spew out words in a great long stream and whip your little brains to cream. It's a wrap. Okay, plebs, you got the gist? Or are you all too Brahms and Liszt? Pay attention, sit up straight. Oh, forget it, I can't wait. It's a wrap. Having trouble parking? Just can't find a place to leave that car? Tired of driving round and round the block, looking for a parking space that's never there? Well, why not get rid of that outmoded form of transport that you use, or as you call it, a car, and move into the 80s with the new improved Sherman tank? Yes, with a Sherman tank, your parking problems are over. Because with a Sherman tank, you can park in a space that's already taken by another car. Yes, get yourself a Sherman tank. You know it makes sense. Hello. Have you noticed that TV shows today are leaning more and more towards sexual innuendo? I think it's absolutely disgusting that this sort of thing is allowed, particularly here at the BBC. It seems that every time you turn on the telly, some low comedian is using some bosomy girl as a foil for his cheap jokes. If you agree, write to me. Ludovic Kennedy, Keep Boobs Off Our Tubes, Wood Lane, London, etc. Thank you for watching tonight.
My first meeting with Kenny was on a Christmas show, and I was in fact only meant to do one show, or booked for one show. But you know when you catch somebody's eye and you just see fellow Martian, and from that moment on we seemed to just quietly chat and gentle our way into a huge friendship. And I remember just finding the more and more we had in common, and the more and more we laughed about and nobody else laughed, and we were always sitting in corners giggling and laughing, and everyone else was thinking we were both particularly peculiar. But in fact, he was the only person I'd ever met that didn't think I was odd.
What do you wish to go to the toilet instead of waiting till the advert? You'll do yourself damage.
It's no good. I've got to go into the kitchen and change into something horrible!
What is it, darling? Can I help in any way?
Don't come in when I'm changing! Oh, it's agony! Now I know what a tadpole feels like! Ah! Pain, the pain! I'm so brave! So brave!
Do you think it was something in the casserole, love?
Oh, no! I'm changing into a fly!
Oh, darling! How horrible! How can we possibly live together with you as a giant fly?
We are children of the world, watching every day go by.
Changes my life, changes your life.
Keeps us all anticipating. We are searchers of the truth. Every man's a boy deep down.
Gotta say it how you mean it.
Yes, you've guessed it. It's the world-famous Bee Gees, who have sold more records than any other group called the Bee Gees in the entire history of the world. And as you know, the boys very seldom give interviews. But they're here tonight to answer all the in-depth questions that you at home don't give a damn about. Well, guys, you're in the middle of a world tour and have just finished sell-out concerts here in London. Why is it, do you think, that millions of people love your music?
'Cause we're living in a world of fools.
I see. Some people have implied that your high voices, coupled with the long hair, shirt open to the navel, revealing hairy chest and medallion look, suggest that you're somewhat less than masculine, and that you...
Look the other way!
Exactly. What do you say to that? I see. So you poo-poo the less than masculine slur, do you, Barry?
Well, you can't tell by the way I use my walk on the woman's name.
Yes, well, let's talk about those famous BG teeth now. How would you describe them?
Massachusetts.
I see. Massachusetts. It's a joke.
It's a tragedy.
Well, I agree.
Got to understand.
I did. But let's face it, it's a very dull joke.
We can make it shine.
Okay, I'll give you one more chance. Tell the joke again.
Massachusetts.
No, it doesn't work. Forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking to the Bee Gees. Great. Didn't they?
Kenny was literally indefinable. You can't describe him as a comic. He was just a very funny Everett. And the period writing with him was one of the most happy of my professional life because we joined in and wrote together. You were not the writer writing for the comedian. You were the writer writing with Everett. Wonderful.
It's wonderful. I sail through till 10 o'clock. It's wonderful.
I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. It's the dog. He's always doing this under the table. I really am sorry. I didn't even know he was in the room. I'll get rid of him. Excuse me. Terribly sorry about this. Buttons! Buttons!
He hated television. He was a radio man, but he went into television and adapted to it quite brilliantly. And anybody who can survive those long, exhausting days in a studio with wigs and glue and makeup and costumes and boobs and everything We laughed so much. I've never known anybody like him for keeping an atmosphere going. He was a joy to work with.
All right, where is he? I know there's a man here somewhere.
No, Harry, no, there's no one else. I love only you, Harry.
Slave away at the office all day.
Harry.
While you're sitting here,
No.
having a good time, eating chocolates,
No,
watching television, painting your nails.
Please.
While you're here having fun with other men.
Oh, Harry, please don't. You know it'll only end in tears.
I know he's here somewhere. Where is he? I know somewhere in this flat there's a man. What are you doing in my wife's wardrobe?
Waiting for a bus.
Waiting for a bus? What does he think I am, a fool?
Well, when we were doing that show business, Kenny was one team captain, I was the other, so we got to know each other quite well. But little did I know that one weekend in particular, when we were filming, I'd get to know him even better, because my shoulder was in about 15 pieces, very badly out of action, in a sling, absolutely no movement whatsoever. And my agent, who had a female, I hasten to add, who had come the previous weekend to help me with my clothes and give me the tablets and everything, she said, "Sorry, Glo, I'm afraid this weekend it's got to be Everett in the interconnecting room." So I have this lasting memory of Everett virtually in his nurse's uniform, giving me the tablets, tucking me into bed at night and making sure I was all right. And he said, if the tabloids got hold of this, they would think just for a moment that I'd gone straight.
I can't believe I heard it. It sounded so perverted. On second thoughts, I'm not so sure. I think I'll stay for more.
And now it's celebrity guest time. And with us on the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of the great Rolling Stones. In fact, in my opinion, the Rolling Stone. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bill Wyman! Hi, Bill. It's really great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Ken. It's nice to be here.
I knew he'd say that. What a man. Oh, you know, when they said, let's have a Rolling Stone on the show, there was no doubt in my mind, because for me, there is only one Rolling Stone, and that's Bill Wyman.
Well, thanks, Ken, but, you know, there are 5 of us in the band, and we all play our part. I would have said if anybody stood out, it would be Mick.
Who? He's so humble, folks. Anyway, Bill, something I've always wanted to know about you personally. When you do your shows, you're always prancing around and leaping up and down. It must be pretty tiring. Do you have to train, or do you go out jogging before the show, or what?
Well, no, I just sort of stand there and play bass.
You play bass as well? I never even noticed that through the charisma. Bill, would you mind if the camera came in close and gave everybody at home a good look at those famous lips?
I don't see the point, Ken.
You don't see the point? How humble can you get?
Wait a minute, Kenny. You seem to think I'm Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger? He's the bass player. Well, thank you, Bill. Thanks for coming on the show. And when I told all the girls on the show that we had a lead singer of the Rolling Stones coming on, they were all drooling and palpitating.
Palpitating?
Yes, and they wanted to ravish your bodily particles.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I'll see you, Ken. I can't get no satisfaction.
On the show, we're doing a charity show for children, and he had to introduce the next act, and the next act was me. And he said, "Now here he is, Mike Spilligan." thought I had to come on as somebody else.
I remember when I first came across from Northern Ireland and had to interview Kenny for the first time, I was within myself dreading it because I just in a way didn't know what to expect, and of course I'd heard some of the legendary stories about him. But in the end, what I was dreading, I actually ended up loving because I loved the unpredictability.
He's a man I admire. And everything he does is in the best possible taste. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to welcome Kenny Everett. Hey!
How did you lose your voice? How did you lose your voice? How did you lose your voice? Wait a minute, I've lost my place.
Bye, everybody. It's a cheat. This isn't really Shepherd's Bush after all. Oh, this show's live, you know. It's live, this show. Bum!
On one hand, you had this incredible public persona, this very, very funny man, this total extrovert. And on the other, you had a man who just really wanted to stay at home. He's a child, really, in a way. He was like a mischievous child who wanted to stay at home and play with his toys.
I do an impression of Ken Dodd, you know. Oh, what a day it is for toddling into Mother Kerr and shouting, condom.
One of his main hobbies, I suppose, or joys actually in life, was doing the housework. He absolutely adored hoovering, dusting, and in fact at Capitol Gold, where more recently we both worked, he used to keep our studios spotless by having his own special Kenny Everett feather duster, and also he had a spray can as well. He used to spray all the equipment for us, keep it absolutely immaculate. And I can tell you something, now the studio really isn't quite the same as it used to be.
You are very neat and tidy yourself about the house, aren't you?
I'm manically tidy, yes. Being a bachelor, I've got nothing to do but flick dust from room to room. I see a piece of dust coming through the window, I thought, gotcha! I follow it round until it settles on something. I get me feather duster, I go, thwack! Then it drifts into the kitchen, I'm waiting for it.
Do you enjoy all that?
Yeah,
Do you enjoy the cleaning up?
I must be the
hoovering?
only person who keeps running into the closet to fetch a J-cloth. I love J-cloths, best invention in the world, because you can clean them afterwards.
Hello, my little video buffs. It is me, the enchanting Marcel. The experience of a lifetime on legs. How are you? Are you in the mood? Good. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I just have this little joquette to do. What is it that a man does standing up, a woman sitting down, and a dog on 3 legs? Did you get it? A man standing up, a woman sitting down, and a dog on 3 legs. It's shaking hands. What else could it be? I'm coming round. Pop your coat.
I'd like to dunk you in my coffee, spread you on my bread.
Gee, I wish that you were in the highball going to my head. Dear, when you sit across the table, I'm done like the giant in the fable. Fee-fi, for fun, I'm overcome with a cannibalistic feeling. I'd like to smother you with mushrooms and everything. I claim you'd be a dainty dish to set before a king. Sweetheart, if I could obtain you as part of my daily menu, I'd like to dunk you in my coffee, spread you on my bread.
He'd like to dunk us in his coffee, spread us on his bread. We wish that we were in the highball going to his head.
Sweetheart, if I could obtain you as part of my daily menu, I'd like to dunk you in my coffee, spread you on my bread.
If pressed, my favourite sketch was Kenny and Billy Connolly as two hinge and bracket ladies in a very genteel Edinburgh tea shop. A sketch we managed to get through to the end of eventually because Bill laughed so much and chaos reigned, but they got there in the finish.
Agnes.
Yes, please?
Have you been to the chiropodist lately?
Oh, dear, I don't go anymore. No, dear, I don't go. I'm sorry. Can we start again?
Agnes.
Yes, Grace?
Agnes.
Yes, Grace?
Have you been to the chiropodist lately?
Oh, no, dear, I don't go anymore. Since, you know.
Agnes.
I'm sorry, my necklace just fell off. My shoes keep falling off the side.
Agnes. Sugar?
I suppose I've known Kenny Everett since the pair of us joined all the other reprobates in that famous church photograph outside the BBC in 1967 when the world was young and Radio 1 was starting. He was a capering lunatic then. He remained a capering lunatic. He never lost his joy of living. They say you can damn with faint praise, but I think you can also damn with hyperbole, with overpraising. Kenny Everett wasn't a genius. He was a brilliant, brilliant original. Some would say that he was foolish, foolhardy. I'd say he was brave. Brave in his professional life and brave in real life.
Colonel Muriel Clean here for the campaign for nice things on television. We believe in goodness, truth and beauty. We think that Julie Andrews should get her own series and Joan Collins should get her own breakfast. And remember, you don't have to watch this endless display of perversitude and fleshy boggery. You've all got a knob there, so use it!
I'm pissing puke and you're not. I'm better looking than sister. As for Cupid, she's a slag. And I call Marcel Gourmands because he's a fag. And it's a rat. What? I'm getting puke and I don't care. People say I dye my hair. I just say mind your own business and then I'll nab them. Because what's it got to do with them anyway?